Well, I'm walking on the creek bottom down here on Carl's. This is the first time I've been in here looking for a buck that we call HLB sheds, and I really don't have hardly any hopes of finding them down here because everything's been totally messed up by flooding. So everything's covered in mud for the most part, and even things that aren't covered in mud there's newly piled up debris from the flooding everywhere, especially like right next to the creek. So I have a feeling that the sheds are covered up, but I figured I'd walk down through here anyways. Just came upon this chunk of deer fur and skin, so I'm gonna venture to say there's a dead deer around here somewhere. We're gonna see if we can locate it. Right there is some guts, it looks like. I don't see any dead deer around here though. Looks like it had been laying right here and something drug it away or drug it somewhere. I don't see it. Oh, I see it. There's a leg. Got kind of weird looking. Hooves look a little odd. There's a whole bunch more hair. That is the tiniest little fawn, little doe fawn. I'm surprised that thing made it as long through winter as it did. It looks like it probably only died a few weeks ago, but that thing was tiny. Just didn't have what it took to get through the harsh winter by the looks of things. Well, it's Saturday morning and I'm down here on the creek bottom. I need 3 sheds to make 30 on the year. I haven't come across anything yet. I'm on this big deer trail right here, and there's a bunch of deer hair laying right here. So I'm thinking there's probably a dead deer here somewhere. There's a whole bunch more hair right there. I'll turn you on if we run into anything over here other than briars. I wanted to kind of fill you guys in on the buck that we're looking for over here. It's a split G3 buck. It's a deer that didn't spend hardly any time on our property. This buck spent just about all his time on the neighbor's property, and that's where I'm actually looking right now. I've got permission from each of the neighbors over here, and I'm gonna see if I can't find that split G3 buck, because that's gonna be a really good deer that I think somebody will likely kill next year as a 4.5-year-old. I think he was 3.5 this year. So it'd be awesome to have those sheds. And of course, whoever killed them, give them to them and have the sheds as kind of a story, you know. So we'll see if we can't come across them in here somewhere. I've been walking all morning, and I'm right here next to the swamp, and I found this little hummock spot. You can see where the deer were in here this winter, where the leaves are kind of pulled back, and you can tell it's deer, not turkeys, because there's you know, bigger spots. You know, turkeys would have a spot like this, almost like a squirrel. Deer open up huge areas like that. So you can see the deer were in here, and I'm standing right here, and I think I can see two tines sticking up over there. I don't know if you can see from the GoPro, but it's like right there. I'd have to imagine that's a shed. It sure is. Finally. Nice 8-point side. This other one might be right around here somewhere. Can't see it just looking around, but he was bedded right here, it looks like. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can find the other side. I'm gonna take a picture for Instagram. Oh yeah. That buck's got a really long beam. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's see if we can't find his other side. I'm up here on this hillside, and look at all the deer sign through here. You can see where the deer have been scratching at this hill, getting down to this grass. And it looks way too good for there not to be a shed in here somewhere. This is where the area where a big 6-point that I had a bunch of pictures and video of all year, I think wintered, was right here. So we're gonna really scan this hillside really close, see what we can come up with. But this is just totally covered up with deer sign. We're gonna find a shed here somewhere. Well, I was just telling you guys how this is just too good in here for there not to be a shed, and I just spotted one on this hillside here. Looks like a little one. Let's go check it out. Right there it is, just a little guy. But it's a shed nonetheless. Got some grubs on it. There it is. Number 29. We need one more and we're at 30. Let's see if we can do it. I'm still walking looking for shed number 30. I'm at 29, and I just came upon another dead porcupine. This has been super odd. I've found at least 4 or 5 dead porcupines this year just laying in the woods like this. And it doesn't appear to have any like markings like it's been shot or taken down by something. It's like they're just like freezing up in the tree and falling down and dying. I don't really understand it. But now it's almost alarming that I found so many of them. That's literally like 5 porcupines I found this year just laying dead in the woods, which is totally unusual. If anybody can explain that, let me know. I've found an alarming number of dead turkeys in the woods this year too. I think that the fishers are taking them out while they're on the roost, is what I think is happening to those. But let's see if we can't locate shed number 30 on the year. I'm always just a step away. I was just coming up along through here and came to this blowdown here, and it almost looks like there's a path coming out of the hole that goes into that. I don't know, do we go up and see if there's anything in there? Let's see what's in there. See how it looks like there's like a muddy path that's coming in and out of there almost. Nothing. I thought maybe there was a bear curled up in there. Well, I've been looking and looking for shed number 30, and hopefully it's not too windy for you guys, but I was just driving right up the edge of the corn here, and we have secured shed number 30. Laying right here. Just a little guy. But that is indeed number 30. Let's get a picture before we get it picked up here. Okay, here we go. Number 30 right there. Awesome. Stuck out with it being quite a bit whiter than the corn is. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm at 30 sheds on the year so far, and I got them all laid out for you right here so you guys can see them. Last year I found 35, so I'm only 5 away from tying last year's mark. We've got 5 match sets. Obviously the buck that I call Paul up there at the top, and then the big 6-point, that one that lost a lot of his skull right with the shed that I'm a little bit nervous about. Hopefully he does okay. And then Flat Top Junior right there, and then this little bugger I found the other day sitting side by side to each other. There they are, there's 30 of them. The biggest shed on the year is that old 5-point side right here. That's a heck of a nice buck. I don't know how I walked by that last year, but I did. So we're doing good. We got 5 more to find, and we'll tie last year's mark. We'll keep after them.